Hi guys, Manta's back for the new year. Happy 2017. We've decided to go move our live broadcast from every Friday at 12:30 to every Friday at noon. That way, all of you East Coasters can have your lunch with us and all your West Coasters can have your brunch with us. So today we've got Ivy Lamb and we're going to be talking all about online reviews, how to get them, what to do when you get them, what to do when you get a bad one, what to do when you get a great one. So send your questions in. You can send them in on the live chat in the comments section. We'll get to them. I'm looking at them right now. So we'll be able to get to them live today. If you see this broadcast after we're done going live and you still have questions, we will keep monitoring. We'll keep answering your questions. If we don't get to your questions today, we will get to them afterwards. So we will be live again next Friday as well. So keep an eye out for us every Friday at noon now and enjoy your lunch with us. All right, Ivy, you ready to dive in?
I am, yes, so ready.
Okay.
Online reviews are such an important topic for small business owners.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so let's get to our first question. And you say they're important. We know they're important. Let's enumerate on that. Why are they so important? Why do small business owners really need to be aware of these?
So I think for a lot of the small business owners I've heard from, online reviews count as one of the most frustrating and annoying things about the internet, right? Because you know, it's one more thing to keep up with. Sometimes you get a bad review that's really frustrating and sometimes a little scary.
Yeah.
But it's really, really important that you don't ignore online reviews and just sort of hope that they don't affect you.
Right.
And there's a couple of reasons for that. So the first is that it's really becoming the norm for customers to find and research local businesses online before they either go to the store in person or decide to make a purchase.
Okay.
That's what I do as a consumer, and it's really becoming a common behavior. So, you know, people are looking at your business online.
Yes. And a lot of small businesses have been burned by some of those online review sites too, like Yelp.
Yelp is the one we always hear about the most.
Yes.
But, so there's a company called Bright Local. They do a consumer survey every year, and in 2016, they did a big survey asking consumers, do they read online reviews? How do they interact with them? And 84% of people said they trust online reviews as much as a personal recommendation.
Wow.
So I think that really shows that this is the new word of mouth, right?
Yes.
This is kind of like the digital version of a personal recommendation.
Absolutely.
So people are placing a lot of value and trust on those online reviews. 54% of people in the same survey said they will visit the website of a company after reading positive reviews.
That's great. That's great news for you guys.
So, to look at this in a more positive way, if you are more proactive with your online reviews, it can be a really great tool to try and get more customers.
Yes.
So that's why it's really important to, again, not to ignore them, but to take a more proactive approach with your online reviews.
Absolutely. All small business owners know that word of mouth is the way they've done business forever, and this is just a new platform for word of mouth. So that's why this is important.
And there's actually a secondary reason as
Okay.
well. So the first one, obviously, the biggest one is just managing your online reputation and getting more customers. But online reviews actually also benefit your SEO.
Hey.
So that's one of the, it's not necessarily the biggest factor, but it is a factor, a lot of experts think, especially with Google, when it's sort of deciding how high to rank your business in a search result, those online reviews do come into play. So there's actually not one, but two very good reasons.
Absolutely. All right, cool. So you mentioned Google as a place for online reviews to show up. What are some other places that we need to make sure they show up?
Well, Google is the big one, right? I think really every small business owner, you should get on Google and make sure you claim your Google My Business profile, because that's going to allow you to manage those reviews.
Okay, it's Google My Business. It used to be Google Local. It's had a couple iterations, but if you just Google My Business, you'll be able to find your, you could actually find your listing if you search with it.
Yeah, and Google has pretty great, easy, step-by-step instructions for setting that up for yourself. So Facebook obviously is another big one. A lot of you are probably on Facebook already, have a Facebook page for your business. That's another place that customers leave reviews. Those also show up in search results, such as on Google. And then other than those really big players, it really depends on your industry. So if you are in restaurant or retail, Yelp obviously is going to be huge. If you're in the travel industry, you probably want to keep an eye on TripAdvisor. So it really, you need to think a little bit about your industry, maybe just do some searching on the internet yourself to kind of see where you're already getting reviews, where your competitors have reviews, and figure out like what those niche sites might be depending on the type of business you own.
Yeah, so you can type in your name, the name of your business, and then reviews, and you'll see a list come up. Manta also can do that for you. We have services that provide you with the list and a way to manage it. So just nice little plug in there. Okay, so we know we need reviews now for SEO to get new customers. I like to have a little bit more control over that, right? So how am I going to solicit reviews, good reviews? How do I get my happy customers to give me reviews?
Right. Well, so I think one of the reasons that online reviews are a little scary and challenging for small business owners is that you don't have a lot of direct control. It's all about if the customer decides to go leave a review and hopefully they had a good experience and they leave you a positive one.
Right.
So part of this is making sure that you're engaging in really good customer service, right?
Well, yeah.
So that's the
most
first
small
step.
business owners, that's their primary goal. So
But-
keep going. You guys are doing great.
Yes. But you don't have to leave it entirely up to chance who then decides to go leave you a review online. It's absolutely acceptable, and actually Manta really encourages small business owners to ask your happy customers to go online and leave you a review.
Yeah.
Logistically, this could happen in a few different ways. I think one of the best ways is, whenever you have an interaction with a customer, especially if you're a service-based business, and you know that they seem very happy, just print out a card, or maybe you have a follow-up email that goes out to them where you provide some really brief instructions for them on how to leave you a review on the site you prefer, whether it's Google or Facebook, or whatever else. And maybe just a quick explanation of how that really helps your business.
Yeah.
And really, I do think 9 times out of 10, a happy customer, like they want to go out of their way to support a business they're happy with. And so just making a polite ask and explaining how it helps you can really help you get a lot more positive reviews.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna make this next question a bit interactive with you guys. So we're going to, the big question is, I've gotten a negative online review. Somebody has said something bad about my business online. How do I respond to that? I want to hear your guys' negative comments. Send those in. We can respond to them. We will help you through this. We're in this together. So we're gonna do some general tips from Ivy. She's gonna tell you generally how to do this. But then send us in those negative reviews, and we will either tell you right now live how to respond to those, or you can type it in the comments after this broadcast, and we'll get to them and answer those for you. So we can really help you craft the right message for making sure that you minimize the damage done by negative reviews. All right, so how do we respond? Give some good, just general overall tips on this.
Okay, the first step is don't panic.
Yeah.
Don't freak out. It's very, again, and I think this is the thing that comes up when people are so frustrated with these online platforms, is the big scary beast, the big elephant in the room is the negative review.
Yeah.
What do I do? And it can feel, especially for a small business owner, it can feel very personal.
Right.
But the first step is to stay calm, don't take it personally, and if you are very upset, take a little time to cool down.
Yeah.
So once you've taken some time to calm down, really, you should look at this as an opportunity, again, to display your customer service and to show that particular customer and everyone else who's going to read these comments how great your customer service is. And how you do that is you just respond, first apologize for whatever it is that set this person off.
Right. Even if you feel like you weren't in the wrong here.
Even if you feel like you weren't in the wrong.
It sets the tone.
It sets the tone to politely and professionally apologize.
Yeah.
and then follow up with an offer to try and fix the situation. And it's really good to share a phone number so that you can then take that conversation offline and help sort out this customer's issue over the phone. That's much more personal. It's very easy when people are upset to go and just like write a crazy diatribe on the internet. But really, customers do that when they feel like they've exhausted their other options or someone's not paying attention to them. So if you give them some personal attention, that really helps diffuse the situation.
Yep.
And again, you know, if other people are on and reading your online reviews and they see that negative review, just seeing that you as the business owner responded personally, professionally, and politely with an offer to fix it really helps diffuse the impact of that negative review, because customers see that you're making an effort, basically.
Yes.
And customers don't expect everyone to be perfect. I think I've also read too that for a lot of people, they actually seem sort of suspicious if it's only good reviews, because that seems not normal, right?
Or if you've got a lot of good reviews and then one person gives you one really bad review, but it's really specific to their situation, there's a lot of discernment that goes into your customers reading those reviews. So don't think that this one black spot is going to mar your reputation online forever. This, you know, your customers that are looking for you are smart, and that's why reviews work. And so this isn't, like Ivy said, it's not a freak out moment.
Yeah, and it happens to everyone. I think that's what other people understand too, is that like it's the internet, right? Yeah. Like there's always going to be certain people who are on there to be negative, and that's something else that customers understand too. So again, as long as you're being proactive and responsive, it's really not going to be a big issue.
Right. And it also helps suss out some of those fake negative reviews too. When you do respond with a polite reply, it shows people like, oh, this person probably didn't actually even go to this business.
Yeah. So now there are some very specific situations where you might be able to appeal to the website to have a review taken down. Again, this shouldn't be your gut reaction, especially if it's a legitimate customer complaint.
Right.
But it depends on the website and their policies. But if something is outright abusive, or if the customer posts something that is totally unrelated to your business or your business services, then sometimes you can appeal to Yelp or Google or Facebook to just have that review taken down because it's not relevant.
Right. Okay, so now we've got negative reviews down. We know how to respond to negative reviews. Positive reviews. Okay, so now we've gotten a positive review. Do I even need to respond to that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you do. Again, the whole idea is to look at your online reviews as an opportunity to demonstrate your outstanding customer service. And when someone goes out of their way, to take some time to sit down and think about the experience they had with your business and write a review, they're kind of doing you a favor. So it's really good policy to always follow up with positive reviews as well, and just to say thank you to that customer, that you value their business and you value them taking the time to post that review.
And it really helps reinforce that loyalty of that new customer that had such a great experience. So
and again, it shows anyone else who's just surfing the net and they see this thread of reviews, it again shows that your business is active and responsive. So,
okay, so I want to get some positive reviews. Should I ever pay for those? Should I ever offer incentives to get those? Where's the ethics line there?
So it's easy to see that this could be a temptation, right? Especially once you understand how important these reviews are. But it's really just not a good idea to incentivize or pay for reviews in any way. Because really, there's an expectation on the part of the websites and on the part of consumers that these reviews are going to be unbiased. Right? That these are going to just be based on the customer's experience with your business. And if you're found out to be, incentivizing or paying, then it's really not only going to damage potentially your relationship with whatever website is hosting the reviews.
Right.
It's really going to damage your relationship with customers, and it's really going to damage that sense of trust. So it's really better to just stay away from that and not cross that line in any way.
Yeah, and your consumers are smart. I've seen instances where a small business might pretend to be a customer. They fill out another profile, and
or you ask a friend or a family member to maybe create a fake profile.
Right, and it's really obvious. And consumers see that, and it's a big turnoff.
Yeah,
you're not going to get away with it, so stay away from doing that. Definitely. All right. So we've decided we're not going to get away with faking online reviews, right?
Right.
All right. So tracking. How are we tracking our online reviews? There's a lot of sites out there. There's a lot of different ways to track these. How do you recommend?
So, I mean, it all depends on the amount of time you have, your comfort level, and if you would maybe want to pay for a solution. If you would want to manage it all yourself for free, Google Alerts is a free service that can be really helpful just to track any mention of your business name on the internet.
Yep.
And again, as I mentioned earlier, that setting up your Google My Business profile. Once you do that, they will actually send you alerts when someone leaves you a review on Google. And I think maybe some of the other platforms too, like if you go on and actually claim your business, will alert you when a customer has left a new review. So there's a couple of different ways to manage it, just yourself for free.
Yeah, you could create profiles in each of those sites.
Mm-hmm.
You can create free
even
Google
if you
alerts.
want to, create a spreadsheet of websites you should check in on a semi-regular basis. Just do whatever you need to stay organized and sort of stay on top of that. So of course there's also services out there that are paid services that will track them for you.
Okay, this is where we get to talk about
I was
Manta.
gonna say, I can't vouch for any of the other ones, but Manta does help small business owners track and manage their online reviews.
Yes, so you can, and if you already have Manta's Marketing Pro service, you can call your marketing pro, and they will, again, kind of like what we're doing here, help you respond to those negative reviews, help you monitor those, make sure you've got your tracking on for those so you know when you get new ones, and talk you through how to respond to positive and negative ones.
Yeah, so if you think that you're in a position where you do need a little more support, and that's something you want, then that might be a good option for you.
Yep. And we actually have a link in the description today to get a free demo. If you don't already have your marketing pro to help you do that, our demo will show you what that can do for you. So, just another plug. All right, now, what is the Consumer Review Fairness Act? This is something new. This just happened.
Yeah.
How does that impact small business owners when it comes to online reviews?
Yeah, so I just wrote an article about this for our content site. In December of 2016, there was a new law that was passed called the Consumer Review Fairness Act. So this was passed in response to a tactic some small business owners were taking to sort of deal with negative reviews.
Right.
So basically, I don't know how widespread this was. It was certainly widespread enough that they, the government felt that they had to step in to sort of moderate this. But essentially, some small business owners, and business owners generally, were working in non-disparagement clauses into their customer service agreements, kind of like hiding them. And then when a customer posted a negative review online, they went to that person and told them to take the review down, and that if they didn't, they threatened legal action. Right. Because of that sort of hidden non-disparagement clause. So, yeah, so basically the government stepped in and said, you know what, customers do have a right, sort of based on free speech, to post genuine and honest reviews about companies. And so this really isn't okay, and it's not allowed. So the Consumer Review Fairness Act just essentially voids those contracts.
Okay.
And it sort of voids any attempt to threaten customers with legal action if they're just posting a review. So there are some exceptions to this rule. Like it doesn't affect libel law. It doesn't affect any legal duties of confidentiality, and that would be relevant, especially if you have a small medical office or a small law office, and you're dealing with some things that are sort of supposed to be protected and kept confidential, legally speaking. But yeah, so but again, for those sort of run-of-the-mill, honest, you know, I had this experience with this business type review. Customers have every right to do that.
Yeah.
And this law basically just protects that.
Okay.
So, you know, how does this affect small business owners? Well, honestly, I would say, you know, that whole tactic of hiding this legal language in the customer service agreement and then threatening to sue your customers really isn't good business practice to begin with. Because, again, it's like, instead of looking at online reviews as a threat to your business, you should really just look at them as an opportunity to engage in good customer service. And if you do that, you can keep loyal customers instead of alienating them and threatening to sue them and all that kind of stuff. So really, I would say, I don't think that this affects any of the advice we've already given, because I think, again, just keeping it honest and keeping it real and doing your best, like, that's really the best way to do business, right? Offline and online.
I like that. Being authentic, keeping it real, and just responding with politeness.
Right, because the other thing too is, like, the internet's not going away.
Right.
The internet is here to stay. Online reviews are here to stay, and it's really much better to figure out a good way to deal with them, and instead of just, again, being sort of freaked out and panicked by the occasional negative review.
Yep. Okay, so if you've been convinced that you need to monitor your online reviews, get new ones, your Marketing Pro can help you. If you don't have Marketing Pro, click on the free demo link, and you can speak to one and get an understanding of what they can do for your business. So if you have additional questions, you can type them into our comment section and meet with us next week at noon for lunch. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for your expertise today.
Oh, happy to do it.